everyone, and welcome to the stream. Chelsea versus Newcastle at Stamford Bridge, set to kick off in just a moment. Should be a good matchup between two sides that are looking to progress up into the European spots. Chelsea are, at this point in time in 7th, which is just about outside, but Newcastle doesn't trail too far behind in 12th, behind on 2 points. Not a big gap at this point in the season. So should be exciting to see how it all plays out. And yeah, I am pretty stoked to see how it plays out ahead of this match into, Arsenal versus Liverpool. And yeah, should be good fun. There's other fixtures going on. I have Manchester United versus West Ham on the other screen just to kind of have it going. Oh, someone's in chat. Hold up 1 second. Let me just get my bearings here because everything's kind of mispositioned at this point in time. Let's do this. So I don't have to see it. It's Liam in chat. Hello, Liam. If you're doing well, mate. What is this? Kickoff is in just 2 minutes. The lineups are on screen as well. I'll read them out in just a second. But I am finalizing some stuff on my end. Some of my stream settings were not updated, so taking matters into my own hands. I mean, they were in my own hands to begin with in the first place, but I'm excited. Good day of football ahead of us. 3 matches and then the fixture of the week to finish off the weekend. Hope everyone's doing well on TikTok as well, and on Twitch, whatever your preferred platform of viewing is. Okay, so we got all this there. Okay, I am now able to see chat. Hello, chat. Hoping for an entertaining 2 or 3 all draw. That'd be a good one, honestly, Liam. I concur. I hope for something like that to go down. Well, as a neutral in this fixture, I'm just hoping for a good game of football. I think that when you have sides like Newcastle and Chelsea, who, 1 second, know how to play the dark arts of the game and have some match winners amongst their ranks as well, you are always bound for some good football. And we are just about underway. Chelsea have kicked off against Newcastle. Palmer gets the game underway, and the long ball back to Sanchez is hooved up, and Chelsea are immediately on the attack against Newcastle. West Ham and Manchester United is set to kick off on the screen to the left here. A little delayed for them. But here, good header as Tonali intercepts. And now, still Tonali marauding around, plays the pass forward. It's Just intercepted by Chelsea. Barely a little shaky start for the Blues. Oh. All right. Let's get a final result prediction poll going here. I'm shocked how not good West Ham have been so far. I thought they have a really good transfer window. They did, but it's also, no offense to Julian Lopetegui, who, while at one point was a Real Madrid manager, he's not the most high quality coach. So I think it's more so not that to say that he isn't capable of bringing success to West Ham. Here, Newcastle on the attack. Isak's cross is met by the head of a Chelsea defender, and it's shuffled back towards Livramento, or actually Almiron, I should say. And here, Tonali's cross is blocked, and it's out for a corner. Sandro Tonali playing once again for Newcastle. We'll see how he progresses this season. Obviously, last season cut short. But should be an interesting kind of campaign for him. But yeah, I just don't think he's the type of manager that's going to get his vision communicated as quickly as like a super high quality coach would. Like at the highest extremes, a Pep Guardiola or something. Oh my goodness. Crossbar hit by Garnacho in the second minute, that United game. And here Jackson driving forward to Madueke. Madueke opens up, left foot is strike. It's saved by Nick Pope. And this is probably a good time to read out the lineups. For Chelsea, we have Sanchez, James, Fofana, Colwell, Gusto, Caicedo, Lavia, Madueke, Palmer, Neto, and Jackson. And for Newcastle, we have Pope, Livramento, Cher, Byrne, Hall, Tonali, Bruno Guimaraes, Jolinton, Miguel Almiron, and Isak and Barnes. And just to add, Lewis Hall, he is featuring against his former side, Chelsea. So should be a heated affair as that match kind of progresses and unfolds. The match of the day, really. Or the match of the three, I'd say. Palmer, in through. Great pass by Caicedo. Oh, wow. What a finish from Cole Palmer. Good God, that was clean. Cole Palmer gives Chelsea the lead in the 4th minute. Wow, 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 ladies and gentlemen. He's on. He's totally on. Oh my God. Oh, is he off? He can't. He might be. At the weirdest of angles, maybe, but I don't think he's off. My initial thought was he's not off. But is he off? They are checking in VAR for an offside. He might be off. It is off, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. Scratch that. 0-0 still. We are back underway as ball is back towards Nick Pope. Here, Palmer still trying to make an impact following his goal ruled off. Here, Fofana plays the pass back to Robert Sanchez. Here, Chelsea trying to stop Newcastle from really making any sort of progress, and they're doing so pretty well. The opening 8 minutes has kind of been, for the most part, all Chelsea, besides maybe 1 or 2 moments where Isak's gotten a cross in. But as things stand, Chelsea are now pressing forward a bit more, and the ball ends up making its way towards Pope. Comfortably just picks it up. Here, Colwell on the ball, looking to find a pass. Finds Neto. Finds Reece James, and now Chelsea just kind of resetting with Fofana and Colwell. Oh, a Chelsea player is down with injury. It's Wesley Fofana. This isn't a good look for the Frenchman. It's a tough position to be in, honestly, if you're him. Coming off of what was a horror injury a while back, a few years ago. Wesley Fofana is down on the ground again. I don't know if this is the same side of the body, same... I think it was a knee injury before. It does look like a knee. It looks like his left knee. Someone's going to get a yellow card. I don't know who's getting the yellow card. I don't know what's going on here. Oh, yeah, that was a crazy challenge. Seems to be fine, Wesley Fofana. It's not really. Are you playing the game live or reacting? I'm driving, says Laser. Sorry, I did not see that earlier, Laser. I am reacting. So yeah. Sorry about that, mate. Long ball in by Newcastle. Headed away, but Newcastle still managed to get to it. Now, throw in for Chelsea off of a deflection from a Newcastle player. United once again getting a good chance there through a header from Bruno Fernandes, but nothing really amounting there. And here a long ball forward. It's headed away by Newcastle, and Chelsea now trying to attack with bodacious effort from Palmer, almost through as well, weak-footed through ball that he attempted there. And Barnes, his shot is blocked, and now Palmer driving forward once again. This time down the left, Cole Palmer, good ball towards Pedro Neto. Chelsea have gotten a corner out of this. See how this plays out for them. Here Reece James set to take the corner. And it's punched away by Pope, and the strike is blocked. And there we have a Chelsea throw-in near the halfway line. Cameron Lewis-Hall, I believe he's the one who blocked it. Former Chelsea Academy prospect. Now Newcastle player. By Pope, and the strike is here. Sanchez with the ball forward, but it's intercepted by Newcastle. And here, penalty shout, no penalty given, and Bruno Guimaraes is losing his mind, rolling around. Colwell camera on him. Newcastle once again get the ball. Some shouts for the penalty decision, or lack thereof, I should say. And here, ball is headed all the way towards Nick Pope. Bruno Guimaraes finally getting up to his feet. Struggling to do so, it seems. It's a foul, but it's not a penalty, I don't think. He makes contact with him just... just outside the box. Ref's losing the game. He's losing the plot as well. Here, Lewis Hall plays it to Bruno Guimaraes. Quick through ball towards Isak, who's contesting Wesley Fofana, who manages to head it down towards Robert Sanchez. Wow, that was so poor by Robert Sanchez, but Newcastle can't capitalize on it. Caicedo through ball towards Nicholas Jackson. Good tackle that. Nick Pope plays the long ball forward. It's getting heated. It's getting contentious, ladies and gentlemen. At this point in time, I feel like Chelsea's just letting Newcastle grow into the game a bit, which could be bad for them long term. They are at home, remember. But all that being said, Chelsea on the counter. Pedro Neto, great ball to Jackson. And what a finish that is. And what a counter-attacking goal that was from Chelsea. Incredible stuff. Chelsea have the lead officially. That Cole Palmer offside goal is now not the only meaningful effort there for Chelsea. That was a clean finish, clean play in the build-up. Let's see it again. Cole Palmer really the architect that getting Pedro Neto free and stuff. Nicholas Jackson with a goofy little celebration. Yeah, Palmer just on the turn with an insane through ball to open up Neto. Neto takes one touch, and then the second touch is the pass in to Jackson. It's literally a picture-perfect pass. Just cuts the lines between, was that Cher, and just bends past Joelinton, cuts the lines between Cher and Livramento. Cher kind of scrapes at it as Pedro Neto knocks it through. And then the pass is just simple into Nicholas Jackson. Who is this competent striker, and was he done with Jackson? I feel like it's not even that as much as it is. I saw it firsthand as a Liverpool fan against Chelsea last week. And people might kind of, try to dunk on Chelsea for losing. But if you watch the game, you'll realize Chelsea had a really, really they were there or thereabouts for vast portions of the game. I think Arne Slot managed the game brilliantly, but I think Enzo Maresca also made some good changes, and there was good moments where Chelsea, that was a really poor shot from Almiron. But Chelsea really were kind of fluid, and they've been, I think, at almost like the peak of their powers in terms of play style, in terms of how I could remember them over the last 2 seasons or so. In regard to cohesion, togetherness, fluidity, and the interplay that they have, it's been honestly a sight to see at the start of this season. And I feel like it's not so much Nicholas Jackson as it is this kind of, I think they got it right, in terms of post Pochettino. They needed somebody to follow up, and Rashford absolutely just Marcus Rashford. I'm sorry, I had to laugh at him there. That was kind of funny. He had an incredible effort and just went to nothing. But point being, this kind of system, I feel like really favors someone like Nicholas Jackson, who likes to run in behind, who wants to be playing, kind of like the way that a lot of modern strikers like to play, running in behind the opposition lines, playing the pass quickly. And I feel like it took some time for this Chelsea side to kind of start playing like that. But now they have the the gem in their crown in Cole Palmer, right? So like as things coalesce around Palmer, as the squad kind of matures on its own, it is the youngest side in the league. I think it's going to be a force to reckon with, and I'm just glad that we got the win last week. We being Liverpool, I didn't get the win. Why am I saying we? But in regards to we, my club, Liverpool got the win last week in an honest to God, very nervy kind of match. I was very nervous throughout the whole game, and even thinking about the reverse, I'm already kind of seeing how this Chelsea side can grow and become problematic even more so. Oh my God, Pedro Neto with a good shot, but it's saved by Pope. You know what I mean? Like I feel like the seeds are there for Chelsea to go on and have what could be a very, very I don't even know. I don't know what their ceiling is. And that's kind of the best thing you could say about a side sometimes, you know? But I know their floor isn't as low as a lot of people say it is. So in that regard, I think that's where you want to be as a young side. And they're just doing well. And right now they're gonna just absolutely control the rest of this game. Newcastle are not gonna get like even a hair on it. They might still. I'm not gonna say that it's but at home at Stamford Bridge, cross comes in, it's headed away. There's just like bodies in the box already. It's 23 minutes in. They're getting the deflections outside of it. Caicedo sweeps up this ball, plays it in. Some just really, really fluid football. Pedro Neto on the left now. James, Lavia, Caicedo, back to Romeo Lavia. Fofana. Chelsea play all the way back to Sanchez, who finds Caicedo, and now Palmer to James, back to Palmer with some space. Cole Palmer, he's a dizzying footballer to watch. He's just kind of like free roaming everywhere and carrying the ball where he can. And now he's open in a pocket of space, but the cross that is trying to find him is blocked. But Madueke gets it as well. And Newcastle are just defending with their lives here, it feels like. Oh my God. It's really a lot of pressure. And I feel like Chelsea are just bound to score a second at this rate with just like the amount of stress that they're exerting on this Newcastle back line. If it was at St. James's Park, maybe not, I would say, but at the Bridge. Oh, Pedro Neto did really well to fight and get that ball, but against Tino Livramento. Livramento thought he had him boxed out, but then Pedro Neto just stops on a dime. Gusto, though, he can't really connect. And very, very simple and comfortable save from Nick Pope as a result. So, I mean, right now, I think this game is going how... Oh, mate. Ref accidentally collides with the ball. He's turned pink. But yeah. Sanchez with a ball forward. Pedro Neto. Lewis Hall now trying to find a pass, and he finds Isak wonderfully. Is he on? Isak. Oh, shot is blocked. Tonali, his shot is blocked. Tino Livramento to Miguel Almiron, and a comfortable save from Robert Sanchez. Now Newcastle intercept once again. Oh, poor pass forward from the Magpies. Oof. Here, Chelsea have a corner. They're going to look to take, another goal here probably, if they can. Palmer with the cross. Wow. Palmer nearly scores from the corner. Pope forced to palm it away. Some wrestling there at the edge of the box between Fofana and Guimaraes leads to, I believe that's a goal kick for Newcastle. 0-0 for West Ham and Manchester United. Let's see how it's progressing in the Palace-Tottenham game. It's also 0-0. Jefferson Lerma has picked up an injury for Palace, and Will Hughes has had to come in. Lewis Hall standing over the free kick here. He's looking to potentially enact some revenge on, his his boyhood club, former club Chelsea. Here, the cross isn't the best, but Newcastle do manage to retain the ball after the delivery. Here, pass out to Tonali, whose cross is blocked. Ten Hag and Van Nistelrooy losing their minds about an offside call. The United game, I didn't get the best look at it. And at the same time, crazy challenge there on Garnacho by Mavropanos. Newcastle cannot get the goal here from this corner. Isak's header is just so wayward and over the top. Here, throw in towards Bruno Guimaraes. As Newcastle are still trying their best to get the ball forward and maybe get an equalizer here. Ball towards Lewis Hall. Oh my God, they have! They have scored an equalizer, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my God. Oh my days. I was just kind of speaking, describing what was going on, not expecting a goal. Kind of just saying it because, like, hey, maybe they do, you know. And they did. And I think it is Lewis Hall with the assist. Former Chelsea player Lewis Hall bags an assist against his former side. Isak with the finish. It's basically just a tapping right at the end. Clean onside. He's on there. Isak might be off, mate. Oh my God, that's such a poor offside. What, like, you are so, I mean, is the ball ahead of him? That's the only thing. They have to check on both positions. I think Hall's off to begin with, maybe even. I mean, the second one on Isak, is Isak on or off? Tough to say. Real tough to say. I don't know where they're going to draw the lines for this. We'll see. We'll see. Still checking the Newcastle goal. Mate. I don't know what to make of this. This is not an ideal kind of the goal stands, ladies and gentlemen. It is onside according to VAR. So yeah, huge moment there for the visitors. Lewis Hall with the assist. And we have a game here, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if Liam is still in chat. Of course, Mateta chooses to score when I bench him in fantasy. I haven't checked my fantasy leagues in weeks. I need to check. Yeah, no, I don't think I'm having a great time in fantasy. Probably 10 points got above. Yeah, who's out even? Wait. He played, yeah. I mean, I have literally Liverpool and Arsenal players left. I had dude, it's so awful. Pickford, Gahey, Porro, Palmer, Isak. I mean, Palmer has only gotten a point. Yeah, Chris Wood's been going crazy. Whatever. I mean, I just have to lock in these next 29 weeks. Here a ball forward towards Nicholas Jackson by Pedro Neto, and that is a really shoddy clearance by Nick Pope. It's a throw-in for Chelsea here in a dangerous area. Tottenham. Oh, they're showing the goal on this stream. Wow. Wow, mate. Here, a good ball towards Caicedo. Caicedo's strike goes wayward into Rosed. Tensions are flaring across all the matches. Palace lead against Tottenham. Caicedo's strike just whizzes over the bar. And a pretty silly challenge by Wan-Bissaka, actually, of all people, on Bruno Fernandes. Just kind of elbows him in the back. Not too too aggressively, but just kind of to let him know he's there. Which is, it's a narrative for sure. Something may have caused that to boil over more than maybe it had to. But regardless, here United have a chance to score against West Ham with a free kick in a dangerous area. Bruno set to take. Rashford there as well. Chelsea also have a free kick. And Bruno's is into the wall and it's out for a United player to marshal up. Here, Madueke plays the pass towards Caicedo. Gets it to Gusto. Now James. He's pushed down, and the foul is called on Almiron. Is he going to pick up a yellow? He gets a warning. Here, Bowen for West Ham, looking to find a pass, but Man United win it back very easily, and Casemiro plays the pass to Rashford. Very kind of heated start to both games. Nothing too dramatic, but some tension there, palpably. Newcastle, I mean, for them, even just getting this equalizer, like they haven't won in a long time against Chelsea. So to get the equalizer is a boost of faith and confidence. And this ball behind Chelsea's back line isn't the best. There, Madueke gets a touch, and it's a goal kick for Newcastle. Almiron needs Grealish to talk smack about him again. Yeah, probably, honestly. It's like he got a boost of confidence there, and we haven't seen him ever since. Like, what are you going to do, though? What are you going to do? But here we have Moise Caicedo. Pedro Neto plays the ball back to Reece James. Palmer. Great touch. Cole Palmer with a lovely bit of play to Noni Madueke. Palmer. Well, not Palmer anymore. Madueke. Neto. And the play ends as Neto's shot is blocked. Wow, United getting close again, but nothing. Palmer's been brilliant in terms of like playing these passes and opening up just play for his teammates. Neto needs more end product. Not going to lie. He needs a lot more end product. He's not a bad player whatsoever. He's given me Timo Werner vibes sometimes. Definitely a bit more creative and better on the ball than Timo Werner, but in terms of pure finishing product, like it's there or thereabouts, Here, Pedro Neto on the right-hand side for Chelsea. Sends in the shot. It's deflected and then saved by Pope. Did well to open up there, Pedro Neto. Deflects off of one or two Newcastle players. I want to say just the one. Yeah, and loses its pace, kind of bends to the right-hand side of Pope, who comfortably catches it. Well, not catches it, comfortably palms it away, but now a punch away from Pope. Chelsea continuing to mount the pressure. Caicedo with the cross. It's cleared by Newcastle. But Chelsea have not stopped really their onslaught as this outside the boot pass finds Cole Palmer on the left. Palmer's been picking up positions all over the pitch, left, right, and center. Here, Newcastle looking to start a counterattack possibly. Harvey Barnes fouled, I think. How is that a foul against Harvey Barnes? I don't get it. That was a poor call from the ref. Really weird. This ref's been bad. Every ref's always bad, though, right? What a clearance by Pope. Out for a throw-in. Madueke. Little peeved that he didn't get the chance. Oh, he did get kind of pulled back by Byrne there. Just a little tug there on his elbow, but I don't know if that's going to be given for anything because Pope is there. Pope, I mean, he would have ran into Pope, which, I mean, would have been a whole different thing. 76% pass accuracy for Newcastle compared to Chelsea's 86%. Not the most glitzy start for Eddie Howe and his men, but some good play here by Newcastle to retain possession. Pedro Neto, what's going on here? What's going on here? Has Pedro Neto been booked or what? Or is it just a free kick? I don't know. It's a free kick. Tough spot to be in, I imagine. If you're excuse me. Oh. Sanchez under pressure, clears it just barely, but Newcastle win the header. I was gonna say like Tino Livramento specifically, he got pushed against the ad boards there by Pedro Neto. So it's like I just couldn't like and Tino I think made out pretty well in terms of like not having like a huge collision with the ad board, but sometimes players like fully collide full speed into it. I could imagine just like the absolute state of hell that must feel like. But regardless, here we have seven minutes of stoppage time for the first half. That is ballistic. Well. Thank you for the follow on TikTok, Chubet25. Much appreciated, mate. Oof. Is that a goal line clearance in the game? Yeah, goal line clearance, not quite, but really close call for West Ham in the Man United West Ham game. See how yeah, Palace still holds on to their lead ahead of Tottenham. James with the cross. It's headed away. Out for another corner for Chelsea. Once again. Just hope Tottenham tire out Palace before Villa have them on Wednesday. Cross comes in and a good catch from Pope. Yeah, I feel like there's a decent chance. Tottenham, I don't know how, like, I don't know what to expect from them, but Palace specifically, I feel like shouldn't be as much of a concern for Villa. I honestly feel like Villa are better equipped to win against Palace than Tottenham. No offense to Tottenham. I just feel like sometimes their squad is really kind of pudgy, I guess. I don't know if that's the right way of phrasing it. I just feel like they have a soft underbelly that's like, it's like you know how in video games they got like they'll make like a boss battle and the boss has like a hitbox that's like a big like target, like, oh my god, if you hit, the boss there, they, it does like extra damage or whatever. That's like Tottenham have like this like predisposition to like, I don't even know how to describe it, but like you could rock them easily. You could rock them so easily. Like thinking back to like Yunus Kabul, like just blundering and blundering and blundering in like fixtures that I was initially, as a Liverpool fan, nervous to see Tottenham, kind of like going into the game, so to speak, just because of like maybe the way Liverpool is playing or X, Y, or Z. There was just like so many moments and so many like, it's like literally in their DNA, and I hate to say it, but I don't know. I'm not surprised they're down to Palace, is what I'm saying. And I don't know how great of a fight they can do in terms of like really quote unquote tiring them out. But I think that it'll be something that is like, generally, when Ange ball is flowing, they're the most entertaining team to watch. But when it's not, rip. Yeah, it's literally like my way or the highway. And while that's good, listen, mate, I've experienced that as a fan of Liverpool with how the last couple seasons of Klopp went. No offense to Klopp, but like, let's be real. Let's call a spade a spade. This is exactly how it went down. We had Jurgen Klopp, who had his way of playing, his heavy metal football, but he also had very specific kind of things he implemented and just mannerisms that ended up putting him in positions where the style of play was effectively like you had to play the way that Klopp wanted to play. There's one way to play in a Klopp system, and if we would win or we would lose or we would, like draw and obviously like, or drop points, we'd either win and like see out his vision or we'd capitulate. And that's kind of a similar vibe to how I feel like Ange's style of play is. With Klopp, it came in the form of late substitutions, weird team management. With Ange, I don't even know if it's a personnel thing sometimes as much as it is like he is communicating to them. continue to play in this way no matter what. Like literally no matter what, we're gonna see a through type of thing, which could work, but it is, as a fan, it becomes very, 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 very draining very quickly. And I imagine it's similarly draining on the manager, because even, if you're telling someone do the same thing repeatedly over and over and over again, and either they are or they're not, if they do or don't follow your advice, it's kind of like, if that advice isn't leading to an actual meaningful change, in this case, a change in the result of the fixture, then it's literal insanity. And that is the definition of insanity. So, Tottenham, yeah, they're in the mud, I guess. Poor Tottenham. But what are you going to do? Tottenham, that is just the way of the game. I could see them coming back into this game against Palace, but like just looking at Tottenham's lineup, let's see. Yeah, like mate, Vicario, Porro, Romero, Van de Ven, Udogie, Kulusevski, Basuma, Madison, Johnson, Solanke, and Mikey Moore, 17-year-old Mikey Moore, who's kind of burst onto the scene for Tottenham. Son is obviously out. Spence is out. But you got the likes of Bentancur, Richarlison, Werner, Sarr, Bergvall on the bench. Like, there's a drop-off with Tottenham in terms of quality. It's the truth, They're not particularly world-class all throughout. And nowadays, I feel like you need to have a lot of dynamic players. And while Tottenham have like a clear kind of like vision, I think at times it gets clouded by this, super seeded kind of philosophy that Ange has instilled, which I don't think is a bad idea. But I think if it's like you're doing philosophy for sake of philosophy, as opposed to like really construct something, it becomes really wonky. Like I could see Ange's philosophy, right? But I can't see his like end goal. Like, what is the end goal, Like, and no offense, but like, and I know he said he's gonna win a championship because he always wins the second year, and that's like a big kind of like gamble on yourself, to be like, yeah, like backing yourself to win in the second season. It's fine. I think it's commendable to an extent. But it is very risky with a side like Tottenham, who haven't won in God knows how many years. And like winning a cup is one thing, but like winning a cup and having a strong league finish, or winning a cup and becoming, like a side that is, feared outright in the league, are a lot more difficult when you're in match week 9, basically forced to start Mikey Moore, who, I've heard promising things, like he's a prospect that some are saying that he's like, I don't, this isn't me. Some people have equated him to Neymar. I would have to see it to believe it. But regardless, it's a 17-year-old that you're relying on in the first team. That's a bad look, in the sense of like, obviously rotate, but you're rotating for Palace only to have Palace go and take the lead on you in the first half. That's shocking. And it's not, and for them, they take a lead, and that's a defensive lapse. And I saw the goal. It was a defensive lapse outright. They just had no one marking Mateta. You started Van de Ven, Romero, Porro, Udogie, Vicario, Madison, Basuma, and Kulusevski. You can make an argument that literally besides your forward line, your midfield and defense and your goalie are all first-team players. It's not even an argument. It's the literal truth. It's just kind of bizarre to see, honestly. I know it's two London sides clashing as well, so maybe there's an added fire being stoked in Crystal Palace's belly. But same time, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to say. But very quickly, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go and use the restroom, and I will be back in just a moment for the second half of Chelsea versus Newcastle. I should have stopped the timer. I didn't even realize I didn't. But I'm going to adjust this real quick, and after that, we will go and quickly go use the restroom, and then be back for the second half of what should be an entertaining affair. But as always, go get a snack, get a drink, unwind for the next 8-9 minutes or so until the second half is here, and I'll be here commentating on all the action for Chelsea versus Newcastle, as well as West Ham United versus Manchester United and Palace versus Tottenham. Chelsea versus Newcastle is the main game I'm following, but I will be touching on who you talking about? What do you mean talking about? Thank you for the follow, Jay. I was talking about Tottenham for a bit there, and Ange, just kind of the general like lack of consistent vision, I feel like, and also just the fact that they're completely capitulating once again for like the umpteenth time against a mid-table side like Palace, which I know it's a derby, but like I know they're away from home, but like Tottenham, come on, mate. Yeah, they got to do better, you know? Not that I'm a fan of theirs. I could care less about Tottenham, to be quite frank with you. But I'll be back in just a moment for the second half of Chelsea versus Newcastle. So BRB, get a drink, get a snack, do what you need to do for the next few minutes, and I'll be back as well. What the hell? Sorry, I had a pop-up. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check. Hello, I'm back. Welcome back to the stream, ladies and gentlemen. Subscribe if you're new. If you want to see more watch-alongs and live streams and football content generally, I'll be live for Arsenal versus Liverpool matchup, which I'm pretty excited for as a Liverpool fan myself. And yeah, is it halftime right now? Says Mimi on TikTok. Yes, Mimi. Sorry, Mimi, you're not in chat no more. My apologies about that. Kickoff is in just a few seconds, ladies and gentlemen, and then we'll be back underway for some exciting action. Hopefully. Hopefully the second half's exciting. Oh, Onana's on the ground in the United game. I don't know what that means. Specifically, I don't know if it was a collision, if it was a non-contact injury, specifically went down. Hashtag Ten Hag out is trending. Newcastle set to kick us off for the second half. Is Onana concussed? It looks like they're treating him for a concussion. We are underway for the second half in the Newcastle United Chelsea game. Chelsea hosting Newcastle at Stamford Bridge. Nicholas Jackson's already eclipsed Kai Havertz's total for goals for Chelsea. He's got 20 Premier League goals to Havertz's 19. That is quite the unfortunate circumstance to find yourself in. Yeah, looks like Onana just got concussed. Seems fine though, and it doesn't seem like it's an actual concussion, but they were concerned about it because he seemed to be out for a second. Palmer! Wow! What a finish, dude. Cole Palmer, take a bow, dude. Wow, man. Oh. I didn't expect him to finish that. Cole Palmer's a beast, dude. I don't know what to say. That one is definitely gonna count, Liam. That was a hell of a finish. Dude, oh my God. Nick Pope has got to do better than that. I know it's a heck of a shot from Palmer, but mate, that is terrible. Terrible goalkeeping from Nick Pope. Terrible. Wow, mate. But yeah, I agree. Liam Palmer has 2 brain cells, one for for goals, one for assists. Mate, that was an insane finish. Oh, Madueke getting forward. Madueke. Caicedo. But Tonali does well to intercept and plays the long ball forward towards Isak. Isak's on the right wing. It's a throw-in for Newcastle. Whoa. And the ref goes against the linesman's decision. Chelsea play the ball back to Robert Sanchez. This would take Chelsea further up in the table, all the way up to 4th. 9 matches played, 17 points, just ahead of Arsenal by 1 goal on goal difference. Chelsea have to take on Manchester United next, while Newcastle, should the fixture hold, take on Arsenal. Oof. Oh. Chelsea just trying their best to get something going there. Oh, wow. That was Neto's header that hit the post there. Very, very good effort from the Portuguese winger. Cole Palmer is insane. He is literally insane. Whoa. Raya, Partey, White, Gabriel, Timber, Rice, Marino, Trossard, Saka, Havertz, Martinelli. That is Arsenal's lineup against Liverpool. Here, a booted effort by Robert Sanchez. Here, Madueke, his shot is just comfortably saved. Oof. Here, Moise Caicedo looking for a pass. Oof. Player goes to ground there. Here, Pope set to take this long goal kick. Nothing comes of that. Chelsea comfortable, just hold on to possession at this rate. I mean, they have the lead. They have everything they basically want out of this game. Be curious to see. Romeo Lavia picks up a yellow there. Still 0-0 in the West Ham United Manchester United game. And I think it's going to be, I don't know. I think it's going to be a pretty routine affair as things go. I mean, Newcastle will try. Whoa. Foul there. No, throw in actually for Newcastle. Thought that was going to be a foul. Byrne plays the pass to Hall. Hall driving forward as Romeo Lavia wins possession, and Madueke now. Comfortably out of play for a Newcastle goal kick. Bowen driving forward for West Ham. That game's not really amounting to much. Here's some good play by Chelsea to intercept Newcastle's pass. Can they get a third and put the game to rest? That is the question. Tottenham still trail Palace. Palace has a lot of players with some great stats. As they just passed Luka Modric for assists in the Premier League with less appearances. Pretty hype for him. But yeah, so far it's been a close match. Newcastle's chances haven't been really clear cut. Chelsea's chances have been. They've been very, very clear cut. They had a goal ruled off as well. But Isak here on the left sends in the cross. Oof. Isak, still Isak, loses possession, fouls. Silly, silly play there by Alexander Isak. Here, Caicedo plays it back to Fofana. Now Colwell. Long diagonal switch of play here towards Nani Madueke. Madueke finds Caicedo. Now with Lavia. Hello to everyone joining on TikTok. I see a lot of names flowing in. Hope y'all are doing well. Doing swell. Cross there from Chelsea. Is headed away, I think, by Hall. No, they give it as a goal kick. Newcastle are just trying to find an equalizer somehow. Their pass accuracy's got to be awful. I got to check it. I'm too curious right now. Stats. 78%. Yeah, to 86 isn't great. With like 100 less, it's very poor. Yeah, they're getting kind of played off the parks in some parts. But that's just the way of the game in it. Here, a long ball by Colwell is intercepted by Tino Livramento. Dan Burn plays a low pass forward. Really well done towards Isak. Some good play here from Newcastle. Isak once again finds a good pass to Harvey Barnes. Harvey Barnes, how's that not a foul, ref? Was almost. Should have probably been advantage or something. Very kind of lackadaisical effort there by Nani Madueke. Ooh, sorry, chat. My mic nearly just split on itself. That would have been awful. Oof. Chelsea just comfortable to knock the ball around, to try to continue their kind of state of play. But Newcastle really can't find a way through that isn't just kind of knocking it forward and hoping that they get a few passes to link up. Whoa. Whoa. Hold up. I need to see the stats of the United game. I'm curious now. That did not look right. Dan Burn plays it back to Pope. Here, Tonali does well. Newcastle looking to find a counterattack here. Barnes. Harvey Barnes. Still Barnes. Goes too far and causes the foul. Silly, silly, silly play. West Ham are dominating Manchester United in the second half in terms of touches in opposition's box and a lot of other stats. So if you're a United fan, be scared. It does not look good right now. Your Isak on the turn. Miguel Almiron to Jolinton. Jolinton going down the left wing. No foul given. Ref gives a yellow. No, he does. He gives a yellow card there, actually. Who'd have thunk it? Noni Madueke given a yellow card for his challenge. Newcastle have a really good chance here to kind of maybe produce a shock moment here in the Premier League. I don't know if I'd necessarily back them at this exact moment to do so. I don't know who their favored free kick taker would be. But it'd be interesting to see how it plays out. That's for sure. Chelsea forming a wall here. We have Isak, we have Cher, and we have Lewis Hall standing atop. Let's see how this goes for them. Cher just over the bar, actually. Not the worst effort, but not on target. Newcastle feel a little hard done by that. Some subs here for Chelsea. Mihailo Mudryk coming in. It's number 10 for Madueke. And Willock coming in for Newcastle in place of Harvey Barnes. Miguel Almiron also being subbed off here for, we'll see, Josh Murphy. I don't know what number you are, Josh, 23. And Tonali off for Longstaff, 36. Longstaff. See how this goes for Newcastle. See how this goes for Chelsea. Two sides making switches. Newcastle making a couple more because they're in need of it. Here, nice header from Lewis Hall. Isak plays it to Willock. Ooh, Isak plays the pass towards Willock, but no one there. Enzo Fernandez set to come in, it seems. Oh, here. Good pass from Jolinton to Willock. Willock with the cross. Oh, the header's blocked. Chelsea live to see another day, and it's out for a goal kick. West Ham have scored. Oh, my days. Crescencio Somerville, I think, the goal scorer as well. This is a bad look for United. Let's see this. Some poor play to lose ball, followed by a miscued shot, and then Somerville just on the deflection. Well, not on the deflection, just trailing the path. Manages to get it away. Incredible stuff there. Poor luck for United. Here's a big cross from Bruno Guimaraes. It's headed away. Enzo Fernandez set to be subbed in for Romeo Lavia. Good clearance there. Here, Newcastle ball deflected off of Chelsea player. Oh, Newcastle have the ball, looking to counter. Here, Willock. Willock goes for an outside the boot pass. It's not the best. It's just cleared comfortably. Here, Caicedo plays the pass. Sanchez with a long boot forward. It's out for a Newcastle throw-in. How Isak didn't finish that, I don't know. I mean, there's a tanglement there. Whatever you want to call it, it was not ideal for Isak and Newcastle. Sedo just kind of cleared it out for him. Oh, Pedro Neto on the ground now for Chelsea. This does not look good for the Blues. Oh, it's ankle. Someone must have stamped on it or something. Chelsea, they're hanging in there, but just barely. Showing a replay of the United goal that they conceded. Here, Newcastle with some more fire in their legs. Some good play as Jolinton gets it to Bruno Guimaraes. And now Longstaff. His pass is just terrible. Just terrible. The Newcastle still fighting and still have the ball. Cross comes in. Headed away. Oh, it's a foul, according to the ref, for the challenge by Isak. It was Isak with the challenge. United have scored. They've equalized. Looks like Casemiro got a goal. Here, we got some more subs to account for. Cucurella in for Gusto. And Nkunku, I assume, for Jackson. Someone else for James. Oh no, James just receiving instruction. Yeah, Nkunku for Jackson. And I think that was that for Chelsea's subs. I think Reece James was just receiving some intel. See this replay of this United goal. Is it just a header or something? It was a header. Here, Chelsea just trying to mop up the defense. See out the rest of this game. Here, Neto going down the wing. Plays the pass in to Sedo. Mazraoui receiving treatment in the United game. Here, Neto. Some good play from Chelsea to just continue on. But Newcastle always kind of put a foot in or something there. Newcastle here trying to get a goal in the last 10 minutes plus stoppage time. It's getting pretty close to the end for them. Here in Nkunku driving forward for Chelsea. Plays the pass towards Palmer. Palmer back to Nkunku. Nkunku back to Palmer. Palmer to Mudryk. Mudryk's shot is saved. Here a free kick. From pretty far out, a cross comes in for Newcastle. It's headed away. Ref says foul in the play. Here we're not. Robert Sanchez set to take a goal kick, basically a free kick rather. He's been booked for time wasting though. See how this plays out for him. And United's game is also slipping past them. They have equalized, but I imagine they want to win that. See how that plays out for them. Tottenham. Let's see how Tottenham's doing. Tottenham's still trailing 1-0. Palace could have had 2, it seems, from what I'm reading. It's a bad kind of spot to be in right now if to Tottenham. Here, Bruno Guimaraes receives the pass. Joelinton and Fofana down on the ground again. He went down earlier in the game, holding the same leg and knee, but nothing came of it. He wasn't subbed off. At this point, I don't know if he'll stay on. He'll probably just thug it out for the last 5 minutes. A penalty shout in the United game. I don't know what VAR is doing over there. Keep you posted on that. But as for right now, I think comes to that. Newcastle continuously trying to break through Chelsea's structure and shape, but they keep messing up. And Nkunku with the ball. Still Christopher Nkunku. His shot is blocked. Oh, Chelsea just kind of running ragged trying to get some more goals here. Pedro Neto picks up a yellow card for Chelsea here. Penalty given in the West Ham United Manchester United game, ladies and gentlemen. What a shocker. Bowen to win the game for West Ham United, or just about. 12 minutes of stoppage time allotted in that fixture. Onana versus Jared Bowen, ladies and gentlemen. Jared Bowen steps up and buries it. Onana goes the right way, but nothing. Tottenham have City midweek too, so hopefully they'll be a little low on confidence, or at least tired on Sunday. They'll definitely be tired from City. But West Ham look like they're going to get the win. Joelinton being subbed out here at this point in time for, let's see who it is. Osula for Joelinton, 18. Number 18, Osula is in. And is that Lloyd Kelly for who? Hall. 25, Kelly. Lots of conversations being had with the ref. Bruno trying to separate his teammates from him. Penalty shout for Chelsea. Yeah, it's a pretty stupid challenge there by man himself, Dan Burn. Not surprised if this is given as a penalty. You're going to check it, of course. Still checking the VAR decision here in the Chelsea-Newcastle game. The ref is going to check as 5 minutes are added on in stoppage time. This game is just pattering out a bit. What's with the stash? Newcastle gonna lose. Never a pen. Burn barely touched them. Yeah, not a pen. Here, Newcastle have a mountain to climb if they want any points out of this, as Pedro Neto tries to bring it to the corner flag. Ooh, Nkunku wins the ball. No foul. A foul is given. That's crazy. This ref's been awful. Refs have been awful for the last few weeks, I should say. Oof. Maresca losing his mind here over this. Similar challenge happened with Nunez last week against Chelsea. So we'll see how that kind of gets spoken about in the press. Just want this game to end because Liverpool, Arsenal's at 12:30. West Ham holding on dear life to secure that win against Manchester United if they can. Second ball's in play. A second ball's in play. A second ball is in play. That's crazy. The lack of awareness there to continue the play on. Here, Pope with one last chance for Newcastle. Hooves it forward. Goes out for a throw-in for Chelsea. This game is basically all but done. I just want this game to end so I could get ready for the Arsenal-Liverpool one. That's all I'm waiting for. Throw in and blow the whistle. Blow the whistle. Oy, oy, oy. Oy, oy, oy. Excuse me, chat. Cloudy days here. Make me eepy. Let me see. Can this game just end? Can this game just end? I know there's been a lot of stoppages, but can this game just end? Please. I beg. But Newcastle's still trying to throw in. It's not going to end here. Candid there. Newcastle's got to get like one more chance, it feels like. They are dilly-dallying, though. There's the cross to the back post. Header in. Headed away. Just over the bar. It's a corner. Reece James able to get his head to it and keep Chelsea ahead. Who knows where that would have ended up. But here, Newcastle have a corner. It's going to be swung in as Pope is also there stepping up. I mean, what does he have to lose, Nick Pope? Ay, ay, ay. Cross set to come in. Swung in. It's headed away. Chelsea had it one more time. And Chelsea win the game. And ladies and gentlemen, that is that. I'm going to have to go and get ready for the next fixture, which is Arsenal versus Liverpool. My Liverpool facing off against Arsenal at the Emirates. So tune into that if you want to see that. I'll be there in just a sec. Hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone's doing swell. Subscribe if you're new. Like the stream if you ended up enjoying it. And